With over 1/3 of Houston's current inventory being new construction only, it is not a bad idea to keep these new communities coming in 2022 on your radar. Hello and welcome. I am Danielle and I'm a realtor here in the Houston area, and I help families either find or build their dream home before relocating to Houston. If you are looking to move to the Houston area and would like assistance, feel free to email me. I would love to help you out. And if you are not quite ready to email me to go house hunting, but you still want to keep tabs, you can also follow over on Instagram, where I post daily information about living in the Houston suburbs. Before we get into these brand new communities, I just want to real quickly go over the benefits of owning a new construction home in a master plan community, as well as a few things to look out for before you purchase a home. Benefit number one is pre-sale pricing. Often these builders in these brand new communities will offer lower pricing and a ton of incentives initially to get traction in the area and to get a few houses built. Once the area starts developing and there's some houses and the land value goes up, so will the housing price and the demand. So it's best to get in as quickly and as soon as possible to have built-in equity with your new construction home. Reason number two is that master plan communities tend to give you a better return on investment for new construction compared to traditional subdivisions, mostly because the developer has more control not only over the residential aspect, but also the commercial aspect of the land. I have another video about this, if a master plan community is a good investment or not. Reason number three is if you are relocating from out of state and would like to own your home right away, purchasing a new construction home would have a lot of benefits. One, you can secure it months in advance before you're ready to move. Two, you'll be in more control of the builder quality and you'll have more control over what the layout looks like. And three, you'll have the builder warranty, which will give you an extra measure of assurance that if something is actually wrong with the house, you are covered. And some things to look out for before purchasing a home in a master plan community. Not all master plan communities are created equal. You'll need to know what the future holds for the development, what they have planned as far as schools go, commercial development, and the homes within the area, and make sure what they have planned is going to benefit you as a homeowner in that neighborhood. If, for instance, they have planned that they're going to put in a bunch of rentals or townhomes right next to your beautifully built home before they do anything else to the development, then you might want to reconsider that one. Another con is that the property taxes in these master plan communities tend to be much higher than resale neighborhoods. Especially in Houston, we have something called a mud tax, which is very common in master plan communities, and it can raise your property tax quite significantly, so it could totally change your budget if you were not aware of the property tax. On average, in these huge master plan communities, you're looking at a property tax of 3% to 3.7%. Okay, now the fun part, coming soon. We are going to start over in Cypress, of course, with a brand new luxury community coming soon called Dunham Point. This community will be located near Mason Road, just off of 290, making it a great location with easy access to downtown. Another great thing about this location is that it sits right in the middle of Cypress's main shopping hub and amongst all the other sought-after master plan communities within the area. This community will have several builders to choose from. However, Coventry Homes is going to be a big player in this community, and a lot of the homes are going to initially be starting with 70-foot lots, so I would anticipate these homes having a base price of somewhere in the 600s. Some other builders that are going to be building there are TriPoint, David Weekley, Toll Brothers, and Newmark Homes. The model home for this community should be opening up by the end of February. This community will have a large 7,000-acre recreation complex, which has already began construction this year. Some of the things that will be included in this is a year-round fitness and semi-private pools. The community will also have a lot of high-end shopping and restaurants throughout the community as it continues to be developed. And number two on my list is Sunterra, which will be in Katy, Texas. And the draw about this community is that it will have a crystal lagoon the size of 4 NFL football fields. This community will be located off of Clay Road and Tollway 99. This area is brand new, and so it can feel a little ways out of the way right now, and the roads are not as established and developed in the area, but as the area continues to develop, so will the roads and the area. This community is scheduled to have anywhere from 15 to 20 builders, and a lot of them have already began pre-sales. Most of them are starting with the 40 and 50 foot lots, which will bring the home prices starting somewhere in the mid 300s to mid 400s. My top picks for the builders in this community are Perry Homes, Highland Homes, and D.R. Horton, based on builder quality and floor plans available. As I mentioned, this neighborhood will have a giant crystal lagoon that will offer paddle boarding as well as a lot of other water sports. In addition to the crystal lagoon, they will also have playgrounds, splash pads, and walking trails. This particular developer has done this same exact neighborhood in 2 other areas of Houston, and those communities have done really well and have been some of the better selling communities in Houston for several years now. So this is a great opportunity to get in early and get great pricing. Next up on my list is the Highlands, which is located in Porter, Texas. And this community is going to make you feel like you are living at summer camp. Instead of living in a tent, you're going to be living in a beautiful luxury home. Location, this community will be located close to Tollway 99, and it will be east of the highly sought after Woodlands. Although this area is also a pretty undeveloped area, it does have a lot of trees, and the community will have a lot of future commercial development around it. This community currently has over 12 builders that have already began selling, and most of the homes right now are sitting on 40 and 50 foot lots and starting in the low 400s, although they do have all the way up to semi-custom home builders, which will be in the 7 to 800s. Some of my favorite builders here are Ravenna, Dre's, and Newmark Homes. As far as the neighborhood goes, this is going to be a pretty luxury development. It is by the same developer as the very popular Town Lake in Cypress, and this community is going to eventually have on-site schools, a luxury golf course, on-site cafe, kayaking, paddleboarding, fitness center, and a large swimming pool park. And up next is Austin Point in Fort Bend County. This one has not had an official start date yet, but it is coming this year. This community is going to be south of Sugar Land, and it's going to be around Grand Parkway and Fort Bend Parkway. Although no builders have officially been announced for this community, they do plan to have over 14,000 new residences within this community. This community will be like many of the other sought-after master plan communities within the Houston Metro. Their focus is going to be on quality of life, so they're going to have a lot of nature trails, green spaces, and a ton of natural amenities. And lastly, a couple oldies but goodies with some new sections coming this year. And first on my list is Bridgeland. This highly acclaimed sought-after master plan community is one of the best-selling communities in all of Texas, and they just opened a brand new section called Prairieland. The homes in this section are going to start in the 4 to 500s. I personally live in Bridgeland, and I love it for the location, the amenities, the schools, and the community aspect. Bridgeland has a lot of growth ahead of it, as it is the same developer as the Woodlands, so eventually Bridgeland is going to have its own shopping mall and several areas throughout the community with shopping and restaurants. So eventually, within years to come, Bridgeland could potentially be its own little township. And lastly is a community called Cross Creek Ranch, which is in the fast-growing Fulshire and just south of Katy. This community has also already been building for several years. However, they just opened their last section, so you will still have an opportunity to buy within this community. This new section also came with its own brand new amenities and on-site camping grounds. Cross Creek has done so well that they added an extension called Cross Creek West, which will give a ton more opportunity to live within this area. Make sure to subscribe to see more of what's coming this year. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.